Hey, there's Kimahri in all his glory. I have a bad feeling that's actually one of those on and off instances I have on a semi regular basis. So, as I've said, I'm off to save every opportunity I get. So, if it does do green screen, I don't lose too much by going back onto it. So, started off the fight with a cheer, just to up my damage and reduce his slightly. Now, the question is there any way to know when cheers actually take an effect? Because it's okay saying it's increased it, but if you can't see, I think you just need to take a blind faith that it's on. So we're hitting for about 165, he's hitting back for approximately 52. Okay, that's
enough.
thank you, Walker.
What's with that guy?
Kimahri Monster, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yuna's guardian.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kimahri doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
So we now have a weapon for Yuna. What a wisdom gives sensor, which is mistaken, allows us to see the nature of the enemies. I want to say hit points, but I'm not sure if it does hit points or not. You know, we'll find out very shortly. So we've seen how Tidus fights, we've seen how Walker fights, we've seen how Lulu fights,
Why don't we let our summoner show us?
and now we'll see what Yuna can do.
Your first real battle.
Show us what your training has taught you. Okay.
Yeah, use a summon command to have Yuna call an Aeon to aid her in battle. Only Yuna can summon Aeons. Use it when you need help against tough enemies. When Aeons take damage, their HP decreases. Should the HP reach 0, they will leave the battle and become unavailable for a time. Aeons recover HP at save spheres. Let's bring out Veil 4. Partial Cut's the only one we've got. On the bonus, she's also visible at the moment as well. And also in this, Aeons get overdrives as well. So although this Sonic Wings doesn't give us an extra attack this turn, it does give us an improved speed for next turn. And yes, the sensor ability on Yuna's weapon does allow us to see the hit points as well. So again, gives Lats attacks as normal next turn round. It's a Garuda that we're fighting, not a Zoo. Zoo's coming much later on. But no, if you look now, it gives us a double attack rather than. What we'll do now is actually another Sonic Wing. And then we'll see if by using Sonic Wing again, if we get a third attack. As we do. Delay. I now don't believe. Okay, it will do. Excellent. I was about to say, I don't believe it'll allow us to use it a third time in a row. Again, it will go. It will allow us just to do normal attack now, though. So that's 4 attacks consecutively. So we can't complain too much of that. And again, we get to just go off. Injury. Might need to go back to the village because I believe that if you go with the dog, you can get Edgy Blast, which is a second overdrive for Nova. And I think, unless you get it right at the beginning, you can't reclaim it later. Please, if anybody knows otherwise, let me know. I'd have no issue with people offering advice. I'm not off to go as far as say backseat driving or backseat gaming, but if people want to offer advice, I have no issues with that whatsoever. I am not all knowing on this game. It's a game I know fairly well, but I don't know every ins and outs of it. So all advice is welcome. I believe it has something to do with talking to the dog. Quite finding the dog first. Ooh, power dispenser. If we got better already, no, got better. A fish ball, power ball could do with that. Yes, please. Magic Mog, yes, please. Yes, please. Keep note of that because it's got the equipment slots which becomes very useful later on. Dug up something yesterday. I wonder what it was. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Now we just need to find the dog. Shout out if you see the dog. There's a dog inside somewhere. There he is. Yay. I'm glad I remembered about that. Just a nice big overdrive. So we only have Stoke at the moment. Stoke is when we get hit, we gain overdrive energy. Later on, you gain ones where if you attack out, you take gain bonuses. If you, I believe, if you cast magic and heal, there's some that get quite a varied, different types of dealing damage, receiving damage. I want to say there's one or two of them based around using abilities, but I wouldn't be 100% sure on that. But let's see where we get to on this now. I fear it's off to be another green screen that stops us, but Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Another Garuda.
Another one of those.
And I think this time it turns around and says don't use.
Good night, birdie.
And this now introduces you to using dark attacks. Or using stasis effects. With it not being elemental, it's any spell would work the same. It just uses MP. So no, I don't want to summon. What one magic do I have? Summoner cures status elements and cure. Nobody's taken any massive damage yet. So what we have to do is just slap it. And then what we'll do next turn is switch out for Tidus, because that way everybody gets XP from this fight. Even if all you have to do is cheer. So we've actually lost sensory now, so we don't know how close it is to dropping. We do know, however, it's on roughly, but let's off say 300 hit points. It's close to 200. They got 2 levels, 2 sphere upgrades. Bloodlord's better. Oh, my apologies. Nulls. Prevention against damage from elementals for the attacks. I believe that chest is accessible later in the game. As I've said before, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to issue spoilers. Right, so one for each of you then. So Dingo for Tidus. We've got a Condor for Waka, and we have a Waterflan, so we're looking at Thunder for Lulu. Each of us, what we'll do is one more fight, and then we'll look at leveling up. Because I know Waka's quite close to leveling. I think Lulu's quite close to leveling again. Aww.
4 of us, this is no problem.
There was no Condor for him. Or no Dingo, sorry, for him. Come on, Waka. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how, when Blitzball comes in, how much time I spend playing Blitzball.
Easy, huh?
I'm fine.
Nice. The Dingo down with Waterflan attacking, it's not enough to do a great deal of damage. It's going to. It's okay saying that, but what's he meant to do in between? Look pretty at it. There you go. Off it got. Oh. Ooh, more MP. Nice. Tidus. What ability have you got, Alfred? Flee. One I'm hoping not to use often. Up HP. Nice. So my second monitor was about to turn itself off, and I didn't want it to do that. Because that's what, whenever I look over to my right hand side, that's because I've got a monitor set up and I'm unused to having it set there. So keep looking, because it's bizarre seeing a second picture of me there. And it also has all my Touch Studio settings up there as well.
Goodbye.
That would make anybody jump.
Word is that summoner's got noble blood. I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter. You don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter? So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Waka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
They don't know that you're Jack's son yet.